Shalom Uvrocha. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Baruch Hashem. Today I want to speak a little bit about how complex it is for the person to believe in himself. And even though I'm mentioning this topic over and over and over and over again and again and again, and even though I'm personally working on that for many years, and I saw results and I thought that I'm holding somewhere, still, when you look at yourself in each moment, you realize how much more there is to do, and how tricky the evil inclination can be with the person to make him think as if he is achieving, as if he is doing, as if he's already somewhere, while all the time, like on a slippery road, you're being pulled back without noticing, without realizing how far you were drifted and how low you're at. And it's amazing, it's really amazing how the battle and the war are never ending. So I want to say something about the Maker, and it's a thing. It's an important thing to pay attention to. The Maker, he is the maker of the world. Means that the Maker has the power to change and design and move the world as he wants, as he wish. Now, we can say, yeah, I believe in it. We can claim to have that faith, but in times of basic challenge, of just like a minor test, we're proving to have a very low level of faith in the Maker, all of us. And I'm talking about myself, admitting honestly. For an example, if let's say a person is working and he has a certain payroll that's supposed to arrive weekly or on the 10th, okay, for an example, he's not expecting the money to arrive on the 5th. Like, if he needs money on the 5th, his logic is telling him, I will have to wait for another 5 days, or I have to do something for meanwhile until the money will arrive at the 10th, as if the 10th is a rule of nature that cannot be changed, as if the Maker is not involved in that situation. But that's heresy. That's a mistake in Avodat Hashem. The Maker of the world, he is setting all the details, and even those things that are established. If let's say your home is in a certain address, and you will always automatically go to that address to look for your house, it's true, your house is there. Your house is not skipping streets or numbers in the same street. But the truth is that the Maker of the world is able to change the location of your house if he's willing to. Because the Maker of the world, he can do whatever he wants in his world. Now, we're not holding that level of faith. We're not. I'm not. I can understand that in my mind. I can think about it. I can hope to believe in those things. But in the time of test, and as I said, even a minor test, like when the money is arriving, or when will I be able to get into the house or out of the house, or like every detail in our life that nature is involved with, for us is a proof for how our faith is failing, for how not believing we are in the Maker. For an example, if Hashem wants to make water that are liquid into hard and solid material, and they don't have to be cold as ice, they don't need to go through the process of freeze, he can do it. The Maker can build rocks out of water if he wants, and he can make you go through walls, through bricks, if he wants. When the Maker wanted to put the water of the Red Sea standing up as walls to the sides, they became walls. And when he wanted to stop the water of the Galilee, of the Jordan River, when the people of Israel crossed in dry land, that's what he did. And the water kept on coming and kept on rising up to the heights. And they were climbing and climbing and climbing until the moment Hashem said, okay, now you can go back to your flow. So the Maker can change the nature. When Hashem wanted Moshe to go up to the sky and to fight with the angels, Moshe was walking above the clouds. Moshe was walking in the upper skies, in places that for us they belong to the mind. Those places are like spiritual. Those places are like dimensions. Those places are far. Those places are unreachable for us, for me. But when Hashem wanted, Moshe was there. In a minute, Moshe was there. In a moment, Moshe was there. So, resurrection of the dead, the faith that dead will come out back from their graves, is not hard to believe when you believe that a child can be conceived in a woman's belly. It's as impossible to be done, just that nature forced us to believe in that, and we're finding it hard to believe in something else now. Again, we're not saying, oh no, I do not believe in the resurrection. No, we do believe in the resurrection of the dead, but when you see a dead person, God forbid, in front of your eyes, can you help him resurrect? Like, are you, in a simple way, like Elijah the prophet or like Elisha the prophet, praying for him and make him stand up back on his feet? They did it with prayer. They didn't do it with Kabbalistic codes, with spells, with pure water and holy fire. No, they just he was lying upon him and crying to Hashem to save him. Like, that's what they did. They were begging to the Maker to save the life of the child. And he did. It all depends on the power of prayer. Now, do I believe in myself that I have such power that can revive the dead? Do I believe that I have such power that if I need the amount of money this moment, it will arrive even though my payroll is in 10 days from now? Do I believe that I can get there if there's no chance in the world, traffic-wise, that I can make it beyond time, that Hashem can help me to have kfitzat derech, that the path, that the road will jump, that I'll skip the road and like suddenly I'll be there? Do I believe in that? I believe in the idea. I believe it exists, but do I believe in myself that I can achieve it? And that was a very interesting thing that happened with the people of Israel when they came out of Egypt. It's written that before the salvation, in the plague of darkness, 80% of the people of Israel died in Egypt. 80%. The majority of the people of Israel died in Egypt. Why? Because they were not kosher, they were unpure, they were not righteous. Those people were not righteous. So they were killed by Hashem, and Hashem didn't want us to be ashamed for such loss by the Egyptians. He didn't want the Egyptians to see how we lost 80% of our people. So he made that horrible plague take place in time of darkness, so then no one saw. So there was no shame for the people of Israel to lose 80% of our siblings for lack of purity, for lack of faith. That is a shame. But then, when the 20% came out of Egypt, and we are standing now in front of the Red Sea, Yam Suf, and then Hashem opened the sea for Moshe. Moshe opened the sea for Am Yisrael, and Am Yisrael are crossing the sea on dry land, then the Egyptians came from behind and wanted to enter the water as well, the path, the dry land inside the water as well. And they started to ride into that valley, into that path, walls of water to their sides as well. And then the Maker wanted to bring down the water on the Egyptians. So the angels asked Hashem, why are you doing that? Like, what's the difference? Why are you drowning the Egyptians, and you're not drowning the people of Israel? Like, why? What's the difference between them? Why the people of Israel can cross in dry land and the Egyptians are set to drown? And the angels said to Hashem, Halalu ovdei avodah zara, vehalalu ovdei avodah zara. Those are worshipping idols, and those are worshipping idols. Now that's a question. How can that be? How can that be that the people of Israel, the 20% that were already confirmed to be righteous, that had the merit to leave Egypt, to be saved from the plague of darkness, and entered the Red Sea with Moshe, following Moshe, believing in Moshe, finding themselves now inside the water, defined by the angels as idols worshippers. What happened? Did they lost their faith, or maybe their faith was not yet so pure, even though they were believers compared to their 80% brothers, the other 80% of their brothers? So I heard once an explanation on that the 20% that were chosen to live and to come out of Egypt, they were righteous compared to the 80% that died. In what? What was their quality? That they believed in Moshe. They really believed in Moshe. 80% of the people did not even follow Moshe. They thought that the plagues, blood, lice, frogs, everything, were acts of nature. They did not believe that Moshe was the one to bring those plagues. They did not believe that Moshe is the Redeemer and he will redeem us. They did not believe in that. Therefore, they were defined as heretics and they did not have the merit to come out of Egypt, and that's why they died. 80% died. Now, the 20% that made it out from Egypt, they believed in Moshe. They believed that Moshe was righteous. They saw the wonders and the miracles, like their eyes were grasping the holiness and purity of Moshe, his great mighty power, his connection to Hashem, that Hashem is answering all his prayers. They did not have no slightest doubt in Moshe. They believed in Moshe. Like the verse is saying on the people of Israel that received the Torah, Vayaminu ha'am b'Hashem uv Moshe avdo. They believed, the people believed in Hashem and in Moshe, his servant. That's what they believed. They believed in Moshe as well. Righteous, right? But why they were called idols worshippers when they were in the sea? Because that they did not believe in themselves. As long as you do not believe in yourself, you are idols worshipper. What does it mean? When you now need a salvation and you do not believe in your power of prayer, so you now going to start looking for solutions, looking for outlets, looking for people to assist you, like a lawyer, like a doctor, like a professional computer technician, like a fireman. You will start counting on people. Why? Because you do not believe in the Maker. Because for you to believe in the Maker, you need to believe in yourself. What's the difference between to believe in Moshe, to believe in yourself, than to believe in yourself? When you believe in Moshe, it's because that you saw that Moshe is a very holy person that the prayers of Moshe are being answered. You believe that Moshe is the man of God, Moshe Isha Elohim, because you saw that when Moshe's staff touched the water started to run away from Moshe's staff. You saw that when Moshe lifted his hands in the air and said, Ana Hashem Moshe Ana, please Hashem save us, a change of nature took place. Like they saw that Moshe is making changes in nature. So they believe in Moshe, but they still were not able to believe in themselves that Hashem can make the same wonders for us as well, for me, for you, for my sister, for my brother, for my child, for my wife, for my cousins. That is the faith that they were lack of. And that's why they are still being called idols worshippers. In the future, Moshe is telling the people of Israel, you should count on me. Ki ani yadati, because I know how great Hashem is. How does it help us that you know? Moshe is telling us, listen guys, you should count on me because I know how great Hashem is. How does that become a solution for us? That Moshe is offering us to count on him, to believe in Hashem, because he knows. We know that you know. That's we know. We got that. We are the ones that came out of Egypt. We know. You know Hashem. Yes. How does it help us? Because Moshe is telling us, listen, guys, I'm telling you, Hashem is so great because look at the wonders that he did for me, and I'm no different than you. I just know that Hashem is great. So count on me. Hashem is great for you as well. Like that he's great for me, he can be great for you. It just depends in that you will believe in Hashem. Now that's our main challenge. That we will cross that border of believing in Moshe to believing in ourselves as well. It won't minimize your faith in Moshe. Like that the faith in Moshe is not minimizing your faith in Hashem. Vayaminu ha'am b'Hashem uv Moshe avdo. The people believed in Hashem and also in Moshe. Also you can believe in the next chain, in the next ring of that chain, that is you. That you can believe in you. And that's our challenge. That's our main test. That's what any person in this lifetime should work on until he will achieve it. Not to live in a fantasy, oh yeah, I am the Messiah, oh yeah, I am Mashiach, oh yeah, I am this, oh yeah, I'm that. I've had it with, like so many of my students, they think that they're the Mashiach already, like I don't know what to do. No, it's not, no joke, like honestly, like every few days we're receiving an email, Rav, I am Mashiach, I want to let you know, I'm the Mashiach. I don't know what to do already. Like, yeah, I'm telling them, yeah, okay, I don't mind, like good luck. In reality, you don't need to be Mashiach to believe in yourself, you just need to be a simple person. Why people need to be superstars, famous, known to all, Mashiach, the Redeemer? Like, where's the fun in that? What's the fun in being better than others? Honestly, I don't understand that. I do not relate to that. I'm not receiving no joy by being better than someone else. How will it? That's a problem of many. They want to have the biggest house, the newest car, the best brands, like the clothes that no one ever achieved, like looking for antiques, like whatever, it's craziness, like to have the most beautiful partner, like whatever, like if you don't like her and she don't like you, so how will it help you that she'll be beautiful or he will be handsome? Like how? If you're not mates, if you're not connecting, so where's the fun? If you have the greatest villa, it's a huge castle, it's like an enormous house, but it's empty from wisdom, empty from joy, empty from people, like it's too big. Guys, it's too big for you. Where's the fun? Where's the fun? If you're driving a car that is so expensive, $1 million car, and like any scratch is like you lose your brain, and people are looking at that car as if you're a villain that you've stolen it from, and like really people are poor and you're driving that expensive car. Like something is off, something is wrong, something is not right. So where's the fun? Where's the fun? I don't get it. I think that I don't have that sickness. I have other issues, but like this is something like when we lived in Florida, I remember that one woman came and to visit us, a student of mine. Back then, she was a student, and she saw the house. We lived in a very large house. Oh, Rav Dror just said, why you live in a large house? Yeah, Rav Dror lived in Florida in a very large house. Why? Because I didn't choose that house. I didn't know that house. I didn't know where am I entering. I didn't know some person rented that place for us. And we came into that place because we were not citizens of the US. We didn't have the right, we didn't have a social security. We didn't have anything. We just like were helped by people to survive, to cross another month and another year over there. And every time someone else was there to assist us to continue the journey. So someone took that place for us. Yeah, he showed us pictures and I told him, yes, it's very nice. But like, I wasn't there. I didn't know what it means. Also, that houses in the US are measured in feet. We're measuring houses in meters. I didn't even understood when he told me like 1,000 feet, 2,050, 1,200 feet. I don't, until today, I don't know to make the calculation. I'm going to Google the numbers to know what it means in meters. We don't have that knowledge. So that woman came and she looked at our house and she said like, oh, how do you pay for this house? Like, can I explain to her that I don't even have a clue how am I paying this house? That we have miracles and we have wonders, and like, thank God that we were supported and helped by certain people that helped us with the rent, that helped us with expenses for us to be able to go and make tours and talk and teach around the US. That was the miracle. But when someone else is looking at you and he looks at your house as if you're a thief, as if you're stealing it, there is a problem. There is something wrong with it. So we live in a very modest lifestyle. Things are like very simple by us. Everything that we do is very simple. We don't buy expensive things. We don't, I don't know. Everything is very simple, very modest. Now, you're going to ask me about my car, about my shoes, about my jeans, about my phone. Everyone likes and enjoy wearing new things or better things that are not worn out or that are functioning well because they're new and have not collapsed or broken yet because of their age. Everyone will rather driving a better car than a worse one. But as long as you're not bragging, as long as you're not showing off, as long as you don't have no desire to poke the eyes of people around you for them to drool on your treasures, we're wearing very simple things, very modest things. Our expenses are going on the most basic things always. And when you live in this kind of way, so then you know that you're good with Hashem and with people. And back to where we were in the conversation, the desire to be above others, to be better than others, to be known more than others, is a huge lacking in Avodat Hashem. Because Moshe, that was really greater than all the rest of the prophets, that really he saw Hashem in higher ways, Hashem revealed himself to him in deeper aspects, in higher levels of prophecies than he did to others, was only because that Moshe was so humble. Because that Moshe never held himself to be better than no one else. Because Moshe held himself to be the worst person of them all. That was the quality of Moshe. Moshe was better than others by that he felt that he was worse than them. That was unique in Moshe. That he felt that everyone else are better than him. Okay, you can be better than us in that you will feel that you're worse than us. That's a quality. That's a high level. That you feel that you're in a lower level than anyone else. That's why Mount Sinai was chosen to be the one that the Torah will be given up on, because it was the only mountain that didn't even thought that there's any chance in the world that the Torah will be given up on it. That's why he was chosen. Because when Hashem said, I'm going to give the Torah on one of the mountains, all the mountains that thought to themselves, oh yeah, Hashem going to give the Torah on me because I'm the tallest, because I am the widest, because I am the strongest, because I am the greenest, because I am the whatever, the richest, Hashem said, on any of you, I won't give the Torah, on any. But the only one that the thought that Hashem might give the Torah on it never crossed his mind was Mount Sinai. So Hashem chose him to be the one. We received the Torah mimidbar matana, from the desert as a free gift. What does it mean from the desert? It's the way for you to qualify yourself to receive the Torah, to become like the desert. The desert is dry land. It's underneath the people's walk. Everyone are running over it with their feet, with their cars, with their camels, with their donkeys, with their chariots. Everyone are crashing the desert, and it brings out only dust. It doesn't have water. It doesn't have fruits. It doesn't have vegetables. It doesn't have no greens. It doesn't have no special mines, good stones, special diamonds. Like, it's dry land and you want to go out of it. It's hard, it's hot, it's dry. And when you become like that, means that you hold yourself so flat, so dry, so nothing, only helping people to cross you for their goodness, for them to succeed, and you're thinking about them alone, for them to have good life. By that, you can receive the Torah matana, as a free gift. Means that you won't think that you deserve the Torah. You see the act of receiving the Torah as an act of grace, of an act of kindness of the Maker. The mercifulness of the Maker brought him to share his loving kindness with me, and therefore I received the Torah from him. And me, I am no business at all. I'm nothing at all. I'm only the vessel. I'm only the one that has the merit to say thank you for the blessings. That's who I am. Who are you? I am the one to thank you for your goodness. That's who I am. Am I the one that gained? Am I the one that achieved? Hashem helped me in this, and Hashem assisted me in that, and Hashem allowed me to achieve that, and Hashem, if I'm speaking now in front of the computer, I can speak to one person, and one person only, and I might speak to 1,000 people, and I don't know. And in 2 days, those 1,000 can be 3,000 or 30,000. It all depends in the will of Hashem. Hashem can take the video and make it viral, and Hashem can take the video and make it viral on WhatsApp, where I cannot have no track of knowing how many views it achieved, because WhatsApp does not allow you to see their algorithm and all their information about your success, how many views you had on each video. So maybe a video is going viral on WhatsApp, and you will stay humble as if no one saw it, because you don't know if it was shared 1,000,000 times or once. Because Hashem is doing everything. And we just need to throw our minds and to count on Him and to believe that He is the one that makes the wonders and brings the rain and revives the dead and supply the income, the parnasah, and heals from all sicknesses and illnesses. And no doctor, and no lawyer, and no expert can save you. And if Hashem will choose a messenger to assist you, it's because Hashem wanted. And it might be for your test to see if you will count on that doctor, or you also going to pray to Hashem, even though that the doctor came. We should not count on the most generous people. We should not count on no flesh and bones. אל תבטחו בנדיבים בבן אדם שאין לו תשועה. Don't count on the most generous ones. People, they cannot save you. People cannot save. People, they barely exist. We're all like clay in the hands of the Maker. We're all like material in the hands of Hashem. Hashem is the one that is sending people to cross our path, to knock on our doors, to call our phones, to ring our bells. Hashem is sending those messengers. Ki malachav yetzavelach, because He's sending His messengers towards you. Lishmocha b'chol derchecha, to protect you in all your ways. It can be a lifeguard, it can be a police officer, it can be a good neighbor, it can be a good Samaritan, it can be a Hasidic Jew, it can be a Muslim from across the street. It can be whoever Hashem wants. It can be the wind. It can be your fears that will tell you, no, don't go out at night. It can be whoever Hashem chooses. So now you can count on a Muslim or on a Christian or on a Jew? No. Or on your fears, God forbid? No, you cannot. You cannot count on people. We do not put our trust on people, in people. In Hashem we trust, only in Hashem. Not on the dollar bill, and not on the President of the United States, and not on the IDF, and not on the soldiers. You cannot count on yourself. A person cannot count on himself to be loyal to his own principles, to follow his own yesterday's understandings. You can cheat on yourself. You can lie to yourself. You can forget. You can fall. No one guarantees your success, except for if you nullify yourself to the will of Hashem. Then your success is guaranteed, because you were with Hashem. How will one be with Hashem? Express your will to be with Hashem to Hashem, and by that you are with Him. Hashem is close to everyone who calls Him with truth. Honest people, Hashem is hovering upon them. Generous people, Hashem is holding their hands. Kind people, good people, loving people, Hashem's light is shining through them. It means that Hashem is with them. Hidamelo b'midotav. You need to be like Him in His attributes, in your attributes. Mahu rachum. If He is merciful, you should be merciful. If He is kind, you should be kind. If He is tolerant and loving, you should be the same. And when you are, so then the shape of heaven, the tzelem eloka, the godly shape of yours, is shining. How does it shine? Because Hashem is with you. Ata ori, ata, you are my light, Hashem. You are my light. Ata ori vishi, you're my salvation. B'cha evtach, I'm counting on you. Throwing ourselves on Hashem. Thank you so much. Chazak u'baruch.